Hello and welcome. This episode is also late. I'm not going to make apologies. It's been a really rough week. But this next one hopefully will be better. So tonight we have episode 47 of the Magnus Protocol, Repetitive Strain. Our case number is CAT-1RC4873-0605-2024-1406-2024. Distortion, cyclic, retribution. Okay, this is such a good episode. Okay, Gwen is what a beautiful disaster child she is. Gwen is messing everything up. Gwen is pushing Celia too hard. Gwen is about to have the whole caseload to herself if she's not careful. She's pushed Alice away. She's pushing Celia too hard. Things are falling apart. And Gwen decides, in the middle of all this, to call Inksoul back, who left a voice message, because some of the other externals talked Inksoul into working with the OIAR, which is very interesting. And then Gwen tells them that the contract has changed, that they're not going to be giving jobs willy-nilly to the externals anymore, and that the buffet has closed. Gwen, why? Gwen, why would you do that? I understand why. It's very good writing for how much of an idiot this beautiful child is, but this is so bad. This is maybe the worst thing that Gwen could have done, right? First off, the balance is going to be completely thrown off. The balance is gone, right? Out the window. Get rid of it. But second off, Mowbray knows where the office is. From our understanding, Bonzo knows where the office is, most likely. The only reason he might not is because of how often Lena would go, or send somebody to go. But if Mowbray knows, because of Gwen, who else knows? If they're talking to each other, they all know. And this is going to go very, very, very poorly. Now, it's possible that Heinrich will help out because of what happens at the end of this episode. But no, this was the worst possible choice that Gwen could have made. And there will be ramifications for this. If she doesn't call Starkwall and get them involved, somebody's dead, is what I'm afraid of. We're like Michael/Helen on the loose right now. It's bad. Avatars are walking through the door talking to John. Bad, you know? Like, this is a problem. And it's only going to get worse. What were you thinking, Gwen? Oh. Anyway, our case is about Sarah Lively talking to Eleanor Sophia Jex, and about Sarah's repeating day. Or not repeating day as much as repeating situation. I guess it was a Groundhog Day situation, right? And the trick to get out was to kill David. But it was when she would leave, she would return, but she would still have experienced it. The pain would still be there from walking. And at the death of David, the loop is ended, right? And I feel like at first, let me clarify this. I feel like it's very late. There will be people that will be like, oh, well, that's what's happening with Celia. I don't think that's what's happening with Celia, but I think it is a sub-effect of the same thing, right? The fear that Sarah Lively had was that she would never be able to escape. The tattoo that she got from Inksoul of "This too shall pass" was supposed to be a thing to ground her, to keep her moving forward. But Dr. Sutcliffe didn't remember it. So is it that the tattoo warped reality because of the feelings she put into it? Because it's fear based from Inksoul, or is it that the situation caused so much terror and so much fear that warped everything around it when the tattoo was smudged to now read, "Nothing shall pass"? It's interesting, right? I feel like it's a little bit of both. It is the tattoo acted upon by Inksoul, but also the fear that Sarah was trapped within because of David that just kept tearing Sarah back to be with David over and over and over again because nothing shall pass. And killing David freed that, right? Of course, Sarah's in prison now, but at least free of David, right? I mean, there's that. But something happens. I don't believe Sutcliffe is just lying, because his reaction when, I believe he is the word used in the transcript, that the reaction is surprise, and that's not how I remember it, as compared to being, I think you are misunderstanding or misremembering, and so I feel like something in reality shifted there, which we already know in Protocol the fears can do, right? Then Alice pushes Celia for information about Sam, not understanding that Celia really has been pushed to the limit here. And Heinrich insists, after mentioning that Celia is not sleeping, insists that Alice take Jack a toy. Alice tries to tell Heinrich that, hey, you're not hurting. I won't let you hurt them. And Heinrich just, well, you can't stop me. But I don't want to hurt them. It's a toy. I'm the toy maker. I am patient. Yes. But I am not kind. What a great line, right? Oh, and then Heinrich gives Alice the choice. Your life or take the toy to Jack. And Alice, and I know there are plenty of people in the comments, I have seen your comments, that don't like Alice. Alice very selflessly, and I'm not saying this to be like, you should like Alice now. No, this is a very good moment of character development for Alice. Selflessly, for someone that it seems like Alice maybe doesn't even really like that much anymore, Celia, right? And for Jack, Celia's child, chooses to give up her life if it means protecting them. To which Heinrich just laughs and says, oh, you never had a choice. The toy's already in your bag. I'll see you again soon. And just something about that line, you never had a choice, it just takes me straight back to the blanket never did anything anyway. Ugh. There's not a lot for me to talk about in this episode, because this is a setup episode, right? But man, is it set up. Just this huge decision Gwen has made. And maybe she's trying to unravel the whole system. Maybe she's trying to tear the OIAR down. But I don't know if this is the way to do it. It is. Something's going to come of that. Heinrich is going to be able to show up, I would assume, because of the toy that's being taken to Jack, right? So are we going to have Heinrich v. Mowbray? Is Needles going to show up again? Again, I feel bad because there's not that much to talk about in this episode. When it comes to repeating, right? Is it repeating until you get it right? Or is it repeating until you break the cycle? I think that's what it comes back to for this one, right? And also the fact that this one's called Distortion is very interesting. Just, But is it that Sarah Lively broke the cycle? Or is it that Sarah Lively did what the fears were pushing Sarah Lively to do? And that's why the cycle ended. Really, that's the only mystery here that I think is definitely worth digging into, and there's no way for us to know with the information we have right now. But really, really solid episode. Again, I feel bad that I'm not talking more about it, but there's not really much more to say in my mind. Obviously, I might have missed something, and let me know in the comment section down below if I did. I'm going to try and record the episode that goes up on the Patreon tomorrow, because if I don't, I'm going to be out of town for a funeral this next week, and I will not be able to get it recorded, and so it will have to be sometime late next week that this week's episode goes up. So hopefully I can get it recorded before then, but I hope you understand, as always, I really do appreciate everybody that watches these. I know that the traction on YouTube's gone down because I'm putting them up later instead of at the time that they should be, but I still love making them, and I hope you still enjoy listening to them. Again, I feel bad that I didn't have much more to give this time for this episode, but external warfare is coming, and it's not going to be pretty, and I'm very excited to see it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and until next time, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Magnus has to offer.